my goodness, we have a lot of finished projects today. Hello and welcome to episode 70 of the Witch and Its podcast. I'm Shaiyeh, I am a witch and I knit and I spin and I crochet and I do all kinds of crochet things, and I like to sit down here on this channel every now and then and talk about it to you guys, and today is no different. Today we have another episode of the podcast, the first episode of 2024, so that's exciting. How are we all doing? I hope everybody's been having a great first month of the year. It's February now. I don't know how that happened. It went very quickly. I have been very busy. I have been doing all of the things, lots of projects, as you maybe have seen on here and Instagram. And I do have more fun things coming up as well. So I'm really excited to tell you all about that. So without further ado, let's get into what I've been working on, shall we? Get yourself a little drinky drink or a little snacky snack, and maybe a nice cozy blanket and maybe something to work on, and we will get right into the whips. So for whips, let's start with my 2023 Stephen West MKAL Geogradient. It lives in here. This is not the shawl, obviously. Ta-da! I think I said in my last podcast episode that I was going to zoom through this second half of Clue 3. That didn't exactly happen. I have been working on it. I've been working on it on and off, and this is kind of sort of like a wind down me time project. So I've not done a lot of that in January because I've been working on so many projects that are like videos and whatnot. But yeah, this is my part 2 of Clue 3. This was my part 1 of Clue 3, so I am almost through it. Honestly, I'm almost through it. The rows are going so fast now. Every time I pick this up, something happens and I need to put it down. It's kind of where I'm at with this, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm still really excited about it, and I absolutely love the texture in Clue 3. It is so cozy and good and looks so neat, and I love a neat look of things. So yeah, that is very nice. Turning out cute, I like it, although I must have been hungry the other day because suddenly I just could not see anything but bacon in this, and I am struggling to unsee the bacon in this. My friend told me, no, it looks like something flowery. It looks like an orchid mantis, which made me very happy because I love orchid mantis. But yeah, no, I struggle, but it's cute. I'm sure I'll feel less bacony once I'm done. As with all of my other Stephen West shawls I've knit, I am knitting it on 3.5mm needles. All of the yarns are Drops Fabel in different shades. Here's one of the ball bands actually lying on the table. So that's what that is. And that is 75% wool, 25% polyamide, and 205 meters to 50 grams. So that's neat. That's the Stephen West. I'm gonna pop it back here. My second whip today lives in my hilltop bag that I made. Get the pattern on my Ko-fi if you want. It is free, or pay what you want. Link down below. But yeah, this is a bag I made last year. There is a tutorial as well. And here lives something new. I started a new crochet project. That's another one of those wind down me time projects, and then this one I work on a bit more because I don't need to read a pattern. I am making more granny squares, but this time it's sunburst squares, and they are quite different to a normal granny or granny square, and it's refreshing, it's fun, it's cute, I love it. So I have a bunch of squares in here and a bunch of little balls of yarn. I have them with a green centre, more blue. I have them with a pink centre. These are my favourites. I also like the blue are a close second. I feel like the green are so pretty. I love this green, but I don't know, the other two speak to me in another way. I have made a bunch of these using a 4mm hook that I am dropping all over the place, and like I said, a million tiny little balls of yarn in here. I have these. These are Plymouth Kudo, which is 55% cotton, 40% rayon and 5% silk, which is a very nice but not very stretchy combination. This was gifted to me a few years ago by a lovely viewer, and I have not known what to do with this. Honestly, it is so pretty. I love the colours in this, but I've been struggling to find something where they like worked when you knitted it up. I've been trying to, that sounds bad, but like I tried to do modular knitting, and at some point I cast on a pair of shorts because I thought maybe they would stripe nicely, but the colour repeats are both too short or too long for it to really work. So I've been like, I don't know what you want to be, but you're really pretty. So it's just been sitting in the stash since, and now I figured out, why don't I just pull the yarns up light to dark and like in a million little balls of yarn that separate the colours and make these. And I feel like this was a brilliant idea. I love it. I don't know what this will be. Maybe a blanket, maybe a cardi, maybe, I don't know, something. Maybe car seat colours, I don't know, but I love them. And I think these are turning out really cool. And I'm really glad I found a use for this yarn. So I'm excited about that. That is my second whip of today. Granny squares. Every time I make them, I'm like, I never want to see a square again. And then I'm like, but what if granny squares? I'm a fool, but at least I'm enjoying myself. So that is it for whips today. I have one test knit I need to start, but the yarn isn't here yet, so I can't. I'm still waiting, but I can give you a spoiler. It's going to be a pair of socks, and it's going to be heavy colour work. And I'm excited about it because I didn't knit socks at all last year, and I want to knit some socks with lots of colour work. I will tell you all about it next time when I have them. Yay! But yeah, those are my whips. So on to FOs. So for FOs this week we have a bunch of things actually. But first of all though, isn't it getting a little bit chilly in here? Just me? Maybe I need to put another layer on. Wait, what is the... I made a jumper. And you've seen this before if you've been on the channel, but if you haven't, there is a link. My first FO of this episode is my lovely stripy cute cropped jumper that I absolutely love and I'm so pleased with. This is based off of a top from H&M that I kind of got obsessed with for a really long time, and it's been living rent-free in my head for like, I don't know, 6 months, a year, I don't remember, but it's been a very long time, and I just stayed obsessed with it, and in the end I just had to make it because I didn't want to buy it. So this is it. I made this, and I also made, like I said, an entire video of me making it, including a guide on how to make it for yourself if you want to. Free pattern alert at the corner. I also, in the video, I'm gonna just plug it for 1 second, I have a little chat on gauge, knitting gauge, and how that will unlock the ability to knit basically anything. So yeah, plug over. Please go watch the video if you haven't already. I worked really hard on it, both on the jumper and the editing. I'm really happy with it. Actually, I had a lot of fun and I worked really hard. And I also worked super hard on the maths for this because I am not a maths person. Oh my god, the maths. I am not a maths person. But I worked it out and it worked. So I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, I'm also, like I said, super pleased with this garment, this jumper. It's cropped. I'll stand up so you can see how cropped it is. It is cropped, pardon the sweatpants, and it's got poofy sleeves, and I can pull them over my hands if I want to because they're long. And yeah, I am so happy that I did this. I knit the entire thing on 4.5mm needles, except for the cuffs and the neck webbing, which I knit on 3.75mm needles, and the yarn is Woolevo Soft Merino, and the pink is Drops Fabel Merino, held double. I still have Woolevo in my stash. So much Woolevo. But I don't mind, it's cozy. But yeah, I feel like I say every episode I've made something with Woolevo Soft Merino. But yeah, I did get a lot because it's affordable and it's cozy. So yeah, I finished this. I am happy. Yeah. Let's talk about a second FO. My second FO for today is also the first test knit of the year, and it is this hat. This is the Brewmaster hat by Mary Hunt, or Hunt Hand Knits on Instagram, and it is a pattern that is set to release this Friday the 9th. It comes in two shapes, a baggy hat and a beanie hat with a straight or a double brim. It has two charts. And it comes in 5 sizes. I went with a size 4 beanie and obviously a folded brim. The brewing ingredients chart. The second chart has these hops buds only. So if you love beer or know somebody who really loves beer, this is like the perfect knit for you. Or if you just really like and enjoy this design, this is also the hat for you because it is super quick, super fun, super cozy. This is Woolevo Soft Merino. I made a size 4 hat. I made it for David because he's the bigger beer enthusiast out of the two of us. I do like beer, I just very rarely drink it because my stomach doesn't really like it. But I will put it on. I did not weave in the ends yet because I was supposed to do it this morning, but I started something else. But yeah, this is the hat. It is very cozy. It is a little bit too big for me. I do not have a size 4 hat head, but he does. So he also chose the colours. So he wanted this red, and it was originally going to be all red, but I ran out. So we went with this brown instead for the beer ingredients. But I think that fits nicely because it's like now we're making a stout. This is like the stout hat. This is a Guinness hat. So we got the barley and we got the water and we got the hops and the pattern says also implied yeast because there is 3 things on here. But yeah, you need yeast to make beer. But yeah. Fun hat. Very happy. I need to get photos of it with his head in it. It sounds like I'm going to decapitate him. I'm not. But the weather has been getting a little bit nicer lately. Maybe we can get out in the sun and get some pretty photos of the hat. My third FO this time around is a silly little project that I made yesterday. On a whim, not on a whim. I've been thinking about it for a few days, but I decided yesterday I'm gonna make it. One of my comfort YouTubers is Froggy Crossing, and if you're not familiar, she is an Animal Crossing YouTuber who also collects plushies and cute stuff, and she also crochets and she has lovely little vlogs, and I really enjoy watching her live streams while I make stuff. And yeah, I am all about that. And last week I think it was, she uploaded a video where she crocheted an outfit for her Build-A-Bear frog. So let me introduce to you Strössel. This is Strössel. Strössel means sprinkles, like the sprinkles you put in ice cream. But yes, this is my strawberry cow. She is from Build-A-Bear. We do not have Build-A-Bear in Sweden. I got her in Scotland last year. I was so excited to go to Build-A-Bear because I love Build-A-Bear, but we don't have Build-A-Bear. If we did, she would have friends and she would have an entire wardrobe of outfits, but she does not. But she's my favourite. I love her a lot. But I made this. I made an outfit for her. I'm gonna have to let the ISO because the sun is out. But yeah, I made this. It is a little bit short. You can kind of see her butt on the back. But yeah, I followed Froggy's crochet pattern to make a little top and a little skirt, and I added a little bow, and I freehanded a couple of hearts because Valentine's Day is coming up and I thought it would fit her as well. So yeah, it is a little bit snug on her because I think I used a thinner yarn than she said in the pattern, and I also used a smaller hook because when I used the hook that the pattern said with my thinner yarn, the stitches were enormous and it would be very much a lattice look of everything. But yeah, this is the back I made. This is where I deviated from the pattern a little bit. I made some panels so you could lace it up in the back. What she said in the pattern, you can do extra rows in the back, but I free-handed this as well. Yeah, I think it's really cute and I love it. And she's adorable. So this yarn is left over from my unicorn jumper, so it's a bit fancy for the purpose. It is a cotton bamboo mix. I'm happy with it. It was a fun little project. It was very relaxing and cute and cozy, and I like it. I will stop talking about my plushie, but I love her. I do prefer the feel of the fur to the feel of the fabric, the crocheted fabric. So I don't think she will be living in this outfit, but I wanted to make it. And I'm glad I did because it's adorable. So yeah, those were all my knit and crochet FOs. But we have more. Let's get into some spinning. It has been a bit since we talked about spinning on the channel, but I have been working on some projects lately. I actually have three finished objects when it comes to spinning this time. None of them have been soaked, but I will do that soon. I just really want to finish another spin first. This is my Pastel unicorn fluff that I got at Forfest i Kiel last spring. It is cute. I love it. Here is a picture of what the fluff looked like. Looked like cotton candy, unicorn. Yeah, this is what it turned out to look like when spun. It is 66 meters to 25 grams, and I chain plied it to keep the colors separated because I thought it would look better that way. I separated all of the colors in the top as well because I wanted to spin it color by color. I don't know if that was how I was supposed to spin this, but I wanted to do it that way because I wanted the colours to be colouring instead of muddying. My second spin is this 100 gram hank of Corriedale that I dyed. My sister-in-law and I had a yarn dyeing date couple of weeks ago. We're gonna have another one soon, which is gonna be a lot of fun, but I'm not allowed to dye purple. I spun this and then I realized I've dyed and spun this in the past. I mean, I could knit a fade. I also have more purple yarn in roughly the same weight in my stash. Because apparently I can only spin one colour, and that colour is purple. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Evidently I have a favourite wool colour, It gets a bit repetitive, doesn't it? But yeah, this one turned out to sit very nicely at a light DK weight at 224 meters to 100 grams. And I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased with this spin. I actually spun this on the spinning wheel. If you've been here a while, you know my spinning wheel and I, we don't always see eye to eye, but we butted heads for a bit, for maybe an hour or so, before it felt like it was warmed up enough to spin nicely. And once it felt like it spun nicely, we had a blast, my spinning wheel and I, actually spinning this up. And I have been spinning 3 days this week on the wheel, which has been very nice. But I'll put it back now because I am tired. My body is saying no, my hips are on fire, my SI joints are angry, and my legs are not wanting to treadle today. So, but yeah, I made this. I am very happy. And I also have a third finished spin, and it is looking a hot mess, honestly. This was an art bat that I bought from 2 lovely Danish ladies at Forfestival last year. This was from the same seller. I hope they will be there this year as well, because I really want to go back and buy more of their stuff because it's lovely. But this was a struggle. I can see the struggle in this, but it is also pretty. I am also enjoying how it came out slightly, but it's got a lot going on. I want to say I enjoyed this. I think I needed to spin this. I am very much a spinner who is controlling of the fibre. I spin fairly consistent, fairly thin yarns, and I don't like to just let things happen. This, like I said, it's an art bat, or was, it's now art yarn, but it had silk fibre, sari silk, viscose, Angelina merino in it. And there was also a cute little instruction that said to let the fibre do what it wants, spin thick and thin. And I tried to do that, which I am not sure I'm enjoying. But I love the colours. And I got into the rhythm of actually doing that after a while. The first bit was pretty awful mentally for me, because I like I said, I don't really enjoy it. But the bigger reason for me to not enjoy this spin was the fact that my spinning wheel, I have to be angry at it. I have to complain about it at some point during the episode. I was just praising it a little for cooperating, spinning the purple yarn. But this is also purple, but whatever. But I have to complain a little. It has to be at least 5 minutes of me being my spinning wheel. I love my spinning wheel, but it is an antique, and it is made to spin a yarn that is made to be used. And I feel like this wheel was probably built with spinning, what's it called? Linen in mind. And linen yarns, well, you have to spin fine, very fine, and you have to spin pretty fast, and it's a pretty hard yarn. And art yarns, as far as I know, you kind of have to go pretty slow, and you have to let it do its thing. Yeah, and you also need an orifice that's a little bit bigger. The orifice was fine on mine. This isn't super bulky. It's not like I've been doing like those funny beehive coils or anything. I would like to try that, but not on this wheel. But like the orifice was fine. But the hooks on the flyer, on the other hand, they are super tight. So even like these bigger chunks of wool struggle to pass through. So I had to pause and hand wind it onto the bobbin every now and then, and that has been not very enjoyable. So I don't see myself making more art yarn on my current spinning wheel. I would love to make more art yarn in the future, because I feel like it was a fun exercise in how to not be super controlling of what you are making. But that girl, not it. Sorry about the light glare. I tried to put the blinds down, but now I get like a line on me. But I didn't want to sit. I was like filming this before, and I was sitting over here and like going more and more over here, like so. And everything here was so super bright. It's this time of year. It's this time of year. But anyway, those are my spinning projects, my spinning affairs. Oh, I didn't say I plied this on a spindle, because if the singles struggled to go through the hooks on the flyer, imagine doubling that up on itself and trying to spin. I tried and it did not go well, and I was instantly like, nope, I am doing this differently. I am hand plying this. So spindle plying. It's all hand spun. But yeah, my spinning adventures in wrapped up. Brain has left the chat. I need to put a purple wool ban on myself for this year's Forfest. I am not allowed to buy purple yarn. Maybe if it's a dark purple, because I don't really have... I have one skein of black and dark purple in my stash that I've spun, but something's wrong with it. I thought it was just overspun, but I looked at it the other day and I think I've tried plying it the same way I spun it, because I probably left it on the bobbins for a long time and I forgot what way it was spun. I tried to separate the plies to reply and it made everything kind of worse. I don't know. Maybe I can weave with it at some point, but it's awful. I'm just letting that one be a learning experience, and yeah, so maybe I can let myself buy a really dark purple yarn, fibre, braid, but I'm not allowed to get lavender or lilac. I am not allowed to do that. I am allowed to get pink, but I'm not allowed to get lavender. But yeah, those are the projects I have been working on lately. It has been really fun to just make stuff. I feel like January has been very, very productive for me. I was aiming on uploading to YouTube more, but that didn't really work out. There are only so many hours in a week, and editing does take a lot of time, especially the vlogs and such, because I do a lot of editing, and if I need to do a voiceover, it's a lot of cutting and editing with that as well. I don't mind. I super enjoy it. I enjoy it so much. I wish I had double the amount of hours, because I want to make more. We'll get there. We'll get there. My health and body is also super unpredictable, and if I'm not sick, I get a migraine or whatever. It's been a ride on that end as well this past month. So I had one weekend that I was like, I'm gonna finish the video. That was the weekend I was going to finish my jumper video, and then it took a whole extra week for me to actually get around to it, because I spent the whole Saturday in bed with a horrible migraine and needing to try not to bath, and it was just not a good time. And then it took me days to actually be back on my feet properly and not be fuzzy brained and slightly dizzy. So yeah, I'm having a wonderful time over here on that end as well. At least I get stuff done. I am having a lot of fun, and I am super enjoying the vlogs. They are giving me such like a creativity boost. I feel like this is really working out for me, like making a bunch of projects as little vlogs, or big vlogs because they're quite long, but like I make some projects and I show them while I'm making them, and then I make a video every now and then, a podcast episode, and just wrap everything up and talk about it a little more, and like recap what I've been working on and see everything in one pile. And I really enjoy it. I hope that works out for you as well. Like, only podcasting, for me, it puts a lot of pressure on needing to like buy a bunch of patterns and try them out, and buy a bunch of fancy yarns and like knit with those. And yeah, that's sort of the atmosphere in a lot of like, and no hate to anybody, and this is not directed at anybody, this is just how I'm feeling regarding my own channel. I don't really have the funds to buy patterns, I don't really have the funds to buy a lot of yarn, and I don't really have the time to sit and knit very many projects every couple of weeks. I say, as I am the girl who is like, I want to vlog everything I make, but I'm having fun, okay? Shh. It is giving me that extra boost, and yeah, I'm having fun. And obviously I still need to get yarn to like make what I make, but it is, I don't know, it's a different feeling. I am enjoying this, and I'm also enjoying making things that are like things I come up with. It's fun, I love it. But yeah, other than that, not much is new. I don't know if I talked about this, but I decided that this year I don't want to do bullet journaling, because this, like everything else, it's something that takes a lot of energy and time, and I don't always have the energy. If I don't like set up a month and keep at it like every month and such, I just can't pick it back up again, and then I don't have any way of organising myself and my to-do lists and my days. And I very much need daily to-do lists and, well, a planner, so I can plan my life, because otherwise I am directionless. I don't know who I am, I don't know what I do, I don't know how I ended up here. And yeah, I decided I can't do bullet journaling another year, because I just don't really have the brain space, I don't really have the mental energy for it, I don't have the physical energy for it. I struggle a lot with finding a planner that I liked, but I got this. It is really cute, and it has, this is my personal pony that I designed, Shaiyeh latte, because I'm shy and I like latte. But yeah, I got this this artwork I commissioned from a fellow artist and pony collector a couple of years ago, and I got it printed on a planner, and it's like kind of set up like a bullet journal, so I have space to write lists, and this has been working out so well for me already, and I'm really glad I found these. If you like bullet journaling but don't like bullet journaling, I can recommend getting half BuJo. But yeah, I'm so happy with it. It's pretty and it has all the space to write stuff, and every time I see it I'm really happy because it's got my pony on it with the really cute art. It's one of my favourite pieces of art of her that somebody else has done. And yeah, I struggled with finding a planner that worked for me, because like there are lots of planners, there are a lot of like half BuJo planners and stuff like that, but if it's looking boring, it's not gonna set off the ooh shiny magpie brain, and I'm not gonna work in it. I'm gonna be like fixated on it for like 2 weeks because it's new and I have a planner, but it's not gonna make me want to continue using it because it's boring. But this one isn't boring, and so far it's been working out great for a whole entire month. So I now I've cursed it, now I've jinxed it. I won't pick it up again. I'm just joking, but I think it's gonna work because it's been working thus far. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that, and I think I'm going to probably do that next year as well, because it's been very helpful and I can plan everything in detail, and it's so nice, and I don't have to do like jump through 50 hoops to do that. I don't need to set up a week to then set up a list to then start following my list. Of course I could just write a to-do list on a loose piece of paper and follow that, but I want the day and then the list, so I know what day I need to do what, you know. And it's also very nice to like be able to go 4 months ahead and plan something in. It's top notch, I love it. Anyway, I think maybe that is that for today. So I will let you go and enjoy the rest of today. Yay! So thank you all so much for watching and for being here. and I hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. As always, all links to patterns, people I've mentioned, channels, and to my socials and Ko-fi are all linked in the show notes in the description. So go and check that out if you want. And otherwise, if you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. If you want to stick around, please consider clicking the subscribe button, and also like the video if you liked it, and leave a little comment. It helps me out a ton. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day, a fantastic rest of your week, and stay safe, make stuff you love, and I will see you again very soon. Bye! Look at me being professional.